Hey, what's up, everybody? Hope you had a good day. Just got home from work and I got a huge horror haul from some movies that I had on layaway, and then my 25% employee discount for working Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Before I get to those, I just want to say a reminder that tomorrow is the last day to enter for those 4 digital giveaways: Justice League, Alien Covenant, Ready Player One, and Tomb Raider. So if you'd like to subscribe or like to enter for those, just click on those videos. If you're new, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, because I haven't really decided. I may be doing some one-day digital contests like Cashier One does, or I might do them weekly. I may have some newer ones besides the ones that I said in the last video. Some of you got excited and put that you want that or are interested in that particular movie. Just to let everybody know, when I do those digital codes, there'll be a specific video for that digital code. That way I'll know in that comment that is what you want. So just letting everybody know. And let's go ahead and I'll show you what I got. I got The Purge, the first Purge on 4K. Blumhouse Productions welcomes you to the movement that began as a simple experiment, the first Purge. To push the crime rate below 1% for the rest of the year, the new founding fathers of America test a sociological theory that vents aggression for one night in an isolated community. But when the violence of the oppressors meets the rage of the marginalized, the contagion will explode from the trial city borders and spread across the nation. And then there's the back of it. And I got American Psycho 4K. Great movie if you haven't seen that. Christian Bale. Patrick Bateman, Christian Bale, is a Wall Street yuppie obsessed with success, status, and style, with a stunning fiancée, played by Reese Witherspoon. He is also a psychotic killer who rapes, murders, and dismembers both strangers and acquaintances without being provoked or purpose. Based on the controversial novel, the film offers a sharp satire to the dark side of yuppie culture in the 80s, while setting forth a vision that is both terrifying and chilling. You see the back there. Then we got the 35th anniversary 4K of Stephen King's Christine. John Carpenter brings Stephen King's best-selling novel to life in this chilling thriller. She was born in Detroit on an automobile assembly line, but she is no ordinary automobile. Deep within her lives an unholy presence. She is Christine, a red and white 1958 Plymouth Fury whose unique standard equipment includes an evil, indestructible vengeance that will destroy anyone in her way. She seduces 17-year-old Arnie Cunningham, played by Keith Gordon, who becomes consumed with passion for her sleek, rounded, chrome-laden body. She demands his complete and unquestionable devotion, and when outsiders seek to interfere, they become the victims of Christine's horrifying wrath. Special features include commentary with director John Carpenter and Keith Gordon, Christine Ignition, Christine Fast and Furious, Christine Finish Line. And maybe see the back there. The reflection is horrible. I got to figure out what to do to get a clearer video. Then I got Puppet Master, Littlest Reich, the newest one, 4K. Fangoria is back with the truly unrated reimagining of the beloved horror comedy with all the gory practical special effects you can imagine. Edgar is a recently divorced and returns to his childhood home, where he finds a nefarious-looking puppet in his deceased brother's room. He decides to sell the doll for some quick cash at a small-town convention celebrating the 30th anniversary of the infamous Tolan murders. All hell breaks loose when a strange force animates the puppets at the convention, setting them on a bloody killing spree that's motivated by an evil as old as time. Starring Thomas Lennon, Jenny Pelser, Udo Kerr, Barbara Crampton, Puppet Master, The Littlest Reich brings puppet carnage and mayhem to insane new heights. Bloody disgusting. Special features the cast of Puppet Master, The Littlest Reich, puppets from concept to creation, Lightning Girl comic from sketch to final, and more. It's been a while since I caught up with the rest of the Puppet Masters. I got that Puppet Master set. If you saw that video, the entire Toland trunk. So I watched the first 3. I got to go through and watch the rest. But from what I've seen, this has got like the most gruesome killings into this new one. So definitely check out the new Puppet Master if you haven't. Classic. I already have the entire box set, but this is a 4K, so I had to get it. And that's the original Halloween. And we all know what this is about, but on a black and unholy Halloween night years ago, little Michael Myers brutally slaughtered his sister in cold blood. But the last 15 years, town residents have rested easy, knowing that he was safely locked away in a mental hospital. Until tonight. Tonight, Michael returns to the same quiet neighborhood to relive his grisly murder again and again and again, for this is a night of evil. Tonight is Halloween. And this includes audio commentary with writer-director John Carpenter and actor Jamie Lee Curtis. So I'm guessing these are all new features on here. The Night She Came Home featurette, On Location 25 Years Later featurette, TV version footage, trailer, TV spots, radio spots. So this should be really good transfer in 4K. I'm looking forward to watching that. Next one is a 4K. I can't remember if I have it on Blu-ray. If I do, I may give that in a giveaway later. But it was another Black Friday promotion. So I got Underworld Blood Wars, the best Underworld yet. And the next installment of blockbuster franchise Underworld Blood Wars follows vampire death dealer Celine, Kate Beckinsale, as she fends off brutal attacks from both the Lycan clan and vampire faction that betrayed her. With her only allies David and his father Thomas, she must stop the eternal war between Lycans and vampires, even if it means she has to make the ultimate sacrifice. Let's see what special features are. 4K resolution, Blu-ray exclusives Underworld Blood Wars, the official movie graphic novel. Also includes Old and New Blood, The Evil Evolved. So I guess those are all the exclusives on the Blu-ray. Next one, 3 films collection of Open Water, Open Water 2, and Open Water 3 Cage Dive. Open Water, while scuba diving miles off the coast, a tour guide miscounts the returning divers, abandoning Susan and Daniel in the middle of the ocean. The hours pass. A shark's fin breaks in the water. Over the next 24 hours, the couple must fight to stay afloat and alive. Open Water 2 Adrift. A luxury yacht cruise goes away for a group of old high school friends who forget to lower the ladder before enjoying an ocean swim. The boat proves impossible to climb, leaving them adrift miles from shore. What started as a joyful reunion becomes a fight for survival. Cage Dive. 3 friends from California head to the Australian coast for a cage dive encounter with great white sharks. After attracting a swarm of vicious sharks, their tour boat is destroyed by a massive wave. Helplessly afloat, the friends must fight the circling sharks using only their courage. Then Unfriended Dark Web, which was a lot better than the first one in my opinion. Totally different stories. This has 3 killer alternate endings. I have seen this, but I want to see the alternate endings. And like I always say, I like my physical copies. When a 20-something finds a cache of hidden files on his new laptop, he and his friends are unwittingly thrust into the depths of the dark web. They soon discover someone has been watching their every move and will go to unimaginable lengths to protect the dark web. Unfolding in real time, Unfriended Dark Web is the most terrifying horror yet from producer of Unfriended, Happy Death Day, and The Purge. Bonus feature alternate endings and Who Deserves to Live. Then we got the Domestics. a terrifying post-apocalyptic world inhabited by murderous gangs divided into deadly factions, Nina, Kate Bosworth, and Mark, Tyler Hoechlin, who was in Teen Wolf, and he also plays Superman if you watch Supergirl, race desperately across the lawless countryside in search of safety. As one depraved group narrows their search for the couple, they must work together as they are pushed to the breaking point in order to survive. Bonus behind the scenes, Gangland. Behind the scenes, The Good Fight, deleted scenes with commentary, and theatrical trailer. Next one, Bloodfest, not to be confused with Hellfest, that recently came out in theaters, like within the last couple of months. I forget the exact date. Fans flock to a festival celebrating the most iconic horror movies, only to discover that the charismatic showman behind the event has a diabolical agenda. As the festival attendees start dying off, three teenagers more schooled in horror film cliches than practical knowledge about neutralizing psycho killers must band together and battle through various madmen and monstrosities to survive. Special features include the art design of Bloodfest breakdown, Gusfest, slash scenes, and filmmakers' commentary. We got Slender Man. Includes behind the scenes with the cast. In a small town in Massachusetts, a group of friends perform a ritual in an attempt to debunk the lore of Slender Man. When one of them goes mysteriously missing, they begin to suspect that she is, in fact, his latest victim. We got Mandy with Nicolas Cage, which I believe is now streaming on Shudder. So if you have Shudder, you can check this out. Insanely violent and eternally beautiful. Ethnically beautiful. Nicolas Cage gives the performance of yes, he has lice, he's got to wash it out. A performance of a lifetime. Astonishing. The quiet life devoted couple, Red, Nicolas Cage, and Mandy, Andrea Riseborough of Birdman, takes a dark and bizarre turn when a nightmarish cult and their mechanical leader seeks to possess Mandy, body and soul. A shocking assault on the innocent pair leads to a spiraling, surreal, bloody rampage of all-out, mind-altering vengeance. Special features include behind the scenes of Mandy, deleted and extended scenes. Next one, I was surprised we got it in at work. It's a Vestron Video Collector series, Stephen King's Maximum Overdrive. And I think it's numbered. Yeah, this is number 17. Vestron Video has leader... Okay, I'll skip that part. Get ready for the ultimate battle of man versus bloodthirsty machine in this terrifying Stephen King classic. For 3 horrifying days, the Earth passes through the tail of a mysterious comet. The skies glow an eerie green as humanity waits to see what the fallout will be. But what they imagine is nothing like the nightmare they find. The comet's magnetic fields cause all the machines on Earth to suddenly come to life and terrorize their human creators in a horrific killing spree. Now it's up to a small group of people trapped in a desolate truck stop to defeat the killer machines or be killed by them. And got a whole bunch of special features, a whole bunch of audio commentary with actors, Rage Against the Machines, an interview with actress Laura Harrington, Honeymoon Horrors, Dean Gates, a Kid in Kicks Court, an interview with actor Holter Graham, a look back, behind the scenes footage, theatrical trailer, TV spots, still gallery, Who Made Who, an interview with co-author of AC/DC Maximum Rock and Roll, Goblin Resurrects. Yeah, there's a whole... I don't know if you can tell from the reflection, but that's all the special features on there. Then we got Patient Zero with Matt Smith. In the pandemic thriller Patient Zero, humanity is battling intelligent, adrenaline-fueled creatures born from a viral super strain. After being bitten, human survivor Morgan, played by Matt Smith, realizes he is asymptomatic and can communicate with the infected, leading The last survivors on a hunt for patient zero and a cure. Next one, Found Footage 3D, which I believe is also on Shudder. It says Shudder on it. One of the most entertaining horror films this year. Do not miss. When he's hired to document the behind-the-scenes action of the ultra-low-budget horror movie Spectra of Death, the first 3D found footage horror film, an aspiring filmmaker packs up his camera and travels with the film's crew to a creepy cabin in the woods. But when the fictional evil presence from their film begins appearing in his behind-the-scenes footage, he has to figure out how to stop it, or it just may find its way into the real world. There we go, 3D, or Found Footage 3D. Wow, this video is long, 15 minutes, and I still got the whole stack of movies. Don't Grow Up. A group of teenage delinquents living in a youth center wake up to find themselves all alone with no one to watch over them. The teens celebrate their newfound freedom by partying, playing loud music, and visualizing a life without guardians. After the excitement fades, they decide to leave the group home and for good. Upon arriving in a nearby town, they find the streets deserted and a post-apocalyptic state. The few adults they do encounter all seem to be infected by a mysterious epidemic, making them bloodthirsty and psychotic. In order to survive, they will have to band together and find a route to safety. Special features, making of Don't Grow Up on the set, languages and the director, inside the group, cast and characters. Don't Grow Up. I hope I say this right. Gonjiam Haunted Asylum, one of the freakiest places in the world. A wonderfully contemporary twist and some old school horror elements. Based on the local legends and stories of people who have visited the real-life abandoned hospital, Gonjiam Haunted Asylum follows the crew of a horror web show who plan to stream live from inside the asylum. To attract more viewers, the show's host arranges some scares for the team, but as they move further into the nightmarish old building, they begin to encounter more than expected. Then I got on 4K, Hotel Artemis. Hotel Artemis is a secret hospital for criminals run by the nurse Jodie Foster and her orderly Everest, Dave Bautista. After a daring heist, a wounded bank robber, Sterling K. Brown, checks in while riots rage outside, but finds himself entangled with an arms dealer, Charlie Day, a crime lord, Jeff Goldblum, and a mysterious assassin, Sophia Boutella, whose mission pits all the guests against each other in a deadly game of survival. Also starring Zachary Quinto, Ryan Tyree, Henry, and Jenny Slate. Next we got a movie with Uma Thurman, Down a Dark Hall. Kit, Anna Sophia Robb, a difficult young girl, is sent to the mysterious Blackwood boarding school when her heated temper becomes too much for her mother to handle. When she arrives at Blackwood, Kit encounters eccentric headmistress Madame Durrett and meets the school's only other students, 4 young women also headed down a troubled path. While exploring the labyrinth corridors of the school, Kit and her classmates discover the Blackwood Manor hides an age-old secret rooted in paranormal. There we go. Natalie Portman, Annihilation. From the director of Ex Machina comes a new sci-fi classic. Biologist and former soldier Lena, Natalie Portman, is shocked when her missing husband comes home near death from a top-secret mission into the Shimmer, a mysterious quarantine zone no one has ever returned from. Now Lena and her elite team must enter a beautiful, deadly world of mutated landscapes and creatures to discover how to stop a growing phenomenon that threatens all life on Earth. Experienced as visually stunning, film critics hail as a bold and initiative thriller. Over an hour of bonus content, refraction story images, or origins for those that follow, casting Annihilation, Shimmer, shooting on location, Vanish into Havoc, visual and special effects, and more. Then I got the complete collection of Ash vs. the Evil Dead. Definitely a groovy set, must own. Ash Williams, Bruce Campbell, the chainsaw-wielding, wisecracking anti-hero of the legendary Evil Dead films, is back for more gore-filled adventure in this complete 30-episode collection of Ash vs. the Evil Dead TV series. Follow Ash's journey as he returns home to Elk Grove, Michigan, meets his long-lost daughter, and unites with former enemy Ruby, played by Lucy Lawless, and fellow demon fighters Pablo, Ray Santiago, and Kelly Dana Delaronzo for a final blood-splattering stand to save the world. Special features by season: Inside the World of Ash, How to Kill a Deadite, Best of audio, and then audio commentaries. Season 2, First Look, Inside the World of Ash vs. Evil Dead. So yeah, all behind the scenes, mashup, audio commentaries, puppets, blah, 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 all of those. And speaking of Evil Dead, got the 4K version of the original Evil Dead. More than 35 years ago, a low-budget horror movie roared across movie screens and changed the velocity of fear forever, and made a cult legend out of Bruce Campbell and his iconic role as the lethal, wisecracking Ash Williams. Now, for the first time, you can experience the ferocious ingenuity, relentless shocks, and gore-gushing havoc of the original Sam Raimi masterpiece in 4K. Audio commentary with writer-director Sam Raimi, producer and star Bruce Campbell. And since I had found John Wick 2, I actually found this today, just going through boxes here that we were putting up. The first John Wick, so now my set is complete, 4K. When sadistic young thugs senselessly attack John Wick, a brilliantly lethal ex-assassin, they have no idea that they've just awakened the boogeyman. With New York City as his bullet-riddled playground, Wick embarks on a merciless rampage, hunting down his adversaries with the skill and ruthlessness that made him an underworld legend. That's that. Last one, finally, 4K Hereditary. When Ellen this is small writing. Let's see. Of the Graham family passes away, her daughter's family began to unravel cryptic and increasingly terrifying secrets about their ancestry. The more they discover, the more they find themselves trying to outrun the sinister fate they seem to have inherited. Making his feature debut, writer-director Ari Aster unleashes a nightmare vision of the domestic breakdown that exhibits the craft of the precision of I can't read, blah, 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 familiar tragedy, transforming a family tragedy into something ominous and deeply disturbing, and pushing the horror movie into a chilling new terrain with its shattering portrait of heritage gone to hell. Special features, I'm not seeing any. Oh, Curse, the True Nature of Hereditary, deleted scenes, evil, and miniature photo gallery. So that is all of them right there. And this is probably the longest video I've done, 23 minutes if you watched it all. Thanks for watching. Like I said, be sure to click the bell to get notifications, because I will be doing some more digital giveaways. They may be weekly, they may be one day, so you'll want to keep an eye out for that. If you're new, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.